Greetings and salutations, my good people. Today, we'll be looking at the classic film, Dr. Claw. Now, this is the first film I ever fully animated in 3D. Before that, it was just a singular model on a plain background, or stop motion. Now, without further ado, Dr. Claw. Wow, someone's in a hurry. Just look at that walk cycle. His body doesn't even bob up and down. It looks very unnatural. Even the way he stops walking is off. His limbs don't slow down like the rest of his body does. I intended this first shot to be a POV from inside the claw machine. I think that was the most successful thing about this shot. Here is the title card integrated into the model, and the reveal of what's in the box. Here is a classic example of a lazy animator. Instead of doing a second walk cycle, I just made him do a cartoonish zip across the screen before putting a Chinese coin into the machine that doesn't have any textures or coin slots. I got the idea for the zipping from an episode of Ruby, only mine's done without any sound effects, and it just comes off much cheaper and poorly done. Here is the only piece of music in the film. It's some claw machine music I found on YouTube. Now, I didn't even bother to animate the small bear here. Its arms and legs don't seem to be affected by gravity at all, they just stick out as if they're made of plastic. I like this shot. I think it's animated rather well, and it's a bit humorous. This next shot is good, but it has flaws. I like the wind-up he does before he jumps at the prize chute. I had the second principle of animation in mind, anticipation. However, I do think this scene needs some sound effects. Some kind of dashing sound, the sound of the flap getting pushed back as he climbs through the chute, and maybe even some blinking sounds would have gone a long way. This next shot of him inside the claw machine is pretty poor. The cutoff between the bear and the claw machine is just blatantly obvious, and there's just no animation on the bear either. His head just stays frozen in the spot. Oh look, another walk cycle. Much more brief, thankfully, and what's that? He was bobbing? At least I did a better job the second time. It looks as pleased as I. This last sequence is my favourite of the whole thing, but it was a pain to animate. I didn't know how to model or rig a claw, and I didn't have time to learn. So I just put one together with basic shapes, but I couldn't connect the pieces because I had to animate each individual piece. So I just animated them all separately. You can even see where they get disjointed at points. If you had a jaw, it would be on the floor right now. As an animated short sketch, it's not too bad. Sure, it's a little half-cooked. There's a lot of sound missing, there's next to no music, the ambience just stops halfway through. It's a bit short, but, you know, I couldn't afford to spend more time on it. On the bright side, the bear model is nice. I borrowed it off the internet and credited the creator. It was quite expressive considering it had no mouth. And I think I used it effectively, and the animation looks good for the most part. And as a student experiment, I'm seeing worse. I guess you could say it's a mixed bag. It could be better, but I understand why it's not. Well, that's all we have time for today. Well, I'm Caleb Shepherd, and I hope you have a great bloody day. Thanks for watching.